Okay, we're good.
We're live.
Okay.
Because me and Chad B rolling down this street.
Is that Alex Cheng? It is Alex Cheng. Let's
sipping
tag
on
him.
the holy juice.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay, what's going on now?
All right. So, Facebook Live. What we're doing is I'm taking Alex through the drive-thru, and we're going to...
I'm a guinea pig.
We're just going to have conversation. I'm testing this out. We're going to talk story as we drive through McDonald's drive-thru. So you're going to get to see all of it. The car ride.
All the healthiest places in the world.
And we're going to eat it at the vegan McDonald's.
Yeah, we're only going to order vegan items.
Yeah.
Just fries and
we're going to see their reaction to us ordering vegan items at McDonald's.
Veggie burgers with avocado.
Okay. So, Alex.
What up, yo?
I wanted you to share with us. Look at that. There's a chicken.
There's a chicken crossing the road.
There's literally a chicken crossing the road because I'm sitting with a Chinese guy. That's
why did he cross the road, Chad?
To get to the other side.
No, he's going to the bank.
The bank.
He had to make a deposit.
He's going to Zippy's. All right. So, Alex, I wanted you to talk about what are you... I want to learn a little bit about what you do. So, what do you do?
What do? I do a number of things.
That's what interests me about you, man, is that you do so many different things.
I like to keep it interesting.
Of course, you work for our church.
Yes, that's my main passion is ministry.
Number one,
ministry. Serving the Lord Jesus Christ.
Just so we're all aware of this.
Mm-hmm. Not any other God, not any other human, but the Lord Jesus. But yeah, blessed to be able to use my gifts of multimedia, whether it be video, web, graphics, and it goes beyond that though, but that's just in terms of the skills and the different kind of tools, I guess, that I can help provide the church.
Yeah.
But what I really love doing is just just taking care of our guys. We have a great volunteer team.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of talent, a lot of heart, a lot of just great spirit for, multimedia is a way, I kind of see it as a bridge because it's something that helps get the word out in terms of getting the gospel out into the world and regions beyond, but it's also a thing that people are passionate about in terms of just cameras and equipment and videography, cinematography, the arts, but it's a way just to connect with people and to grow people and to just to help release their dreams that they have.
But dude, that wasn't, I remember you telling me before, that wasn't like you didn't come in passionate about media, right? Like your passion was more for mission.
We're live, right? Oh yeah.
Your passion was more for missions though, right?
I think that's one of them too. I mean, I don't think there's one passion that outweighs the other. I think that they all are collaborative, and that one passion fuels the other passion, and it's just this cyclical kind of thing that goes around. But yeah, like you mentioned, missions, that's another realm too that I'm very passionate about.
Yeah.
I got to spend 3 years in Taiwan, and also do a whole slew of other missions, and a lot of missions coming up this year, hopefully. Got one coming up to Colombia, and hopefully can join our India team with Pastor Creighton guys.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So what does that mean, missions? Tell everybody, what is that like?
What does that
entail? What did you experience in the mission field? Like, what do you?
I really not to get all biblical on y'all, but I think it always comes back to that Matthew 28, that Great Commission calling.
Yeah.
That God has for our lives, where he says, therefore go and make disciples of all nations. And so that's like going into the nations really means, for me, like personally, it means kind of extending myself beyond my comfort, beyond, because it's really easy to, once you kind of have your rhythm and your routine down, just to kind of go through the motions where you, let's say if you're in the marketplace, like you work every 2 weeks, like you get your paycheck, and it's really easy to just kind of live for yourself. Whenever I've gone on any mission trip, it's always opened my eyes in terms of just seeing the different needs that are out there that are beyond you know, my own comfort, my own security, and there's so many other issues, there's so many other needs, there's so many other things that are going on that we don't necessarily see if you just live in that little bubble of you know, what's the best for me, what's the best for my family. Not to say that those aren't ministries, that those aren't places worth ministering to, but I just think that when we start to look beyond, it actually influences our circles in a much different way locally here, and it makes us a lot more diverse. It makes us a lot more knowledgeable and wise and experienced, and we need that global perspective.
Nice. Wow, that was a mouthful, Alex. But
yeah, that's what people. I am a mouthful, Chad.
No, but okay. So tell me about, like, what are some? Because I've never been on like a international mission trip. I'm sure like a lot of people never.
Pastor Creighton, you gotta get this guy to go to India.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Sign him up.
I've been on many. I've been on many already.
No, you haven't.
So what is? Because people think, like, you might think, oh, where do you go? You go to like India or somewhere, you know, a foreign country, and you just tell them about Jesus. Like, what do you do? You know, every mission trip is different, but what are some of the things that you did when you go over there?
You know, a lot of times, like, people will have that mentality in terms of, like, oh, like, am I supposed to save this nation or save the people? Or, you know, and that's not really it, because those are all things that are God-given, you know, they're God burdens, right, that we don't have the capacity to handle. But I think it goes down to Psalm 34, where it says, like, taste and see that the Lord is good. And so even if you just go and taste and not even have, like, any kind of task or any kind of assignment, but if you just go, I believe that God honors just that step of faith to say, hey, you know what, like, I'm gonna cut out from my job for 2 weeks or whatever it is. I'm gonna go to a place that's totally foreign in terms of, like, this is not my people, not my language, not my customs or culture, or it's just everything that I'm uncomfortable with, but I have this willingness to be able to go out and just be used, be available by the Lord. And actually what usually ends up happening is, like, you know, initially we think we have this mentality thinking, oh, we're gonna do this other country or this other nation or ethnicity people service. But what usually happens is, like, they school us, you know, like, in terms of, like, really, like, like the people that we think that we're ministering to, they actually school us in terms of telling us, like, hey, this is what Jesus is all about. And not that they're trying to do it, like, per se, but it's just like,
it just ends up happening, right?
Yeah, you just experience this whole different kind of connection in terms of it could be people with totally different, you know, culture, language, all this kind of stuff, but you have this crazy bond in the Holy Spirit, and you really feel this oneness in terms of, like, just how they want to serve you, love you, invite you into their very inner circles, and we instantly become a very inner part of each other's lives, and it's a pretty awesome, amazing thing that goes beyond, like, what words can handle. You just gotta come to India, bro. I think that's the call. I feel like that's what God is saying right now.
Do they have McDonald's in India? Because if not, then I think I might, you know.
I don't think they'll have beef patties.
Might have to make your own.
You might have to,
No, but I hear, because that happened to me on Maui too. Like, when I went, it was still Hawaii, so it wasn't directly outside my comfort zone, but in terms of not being on Oahu and not really knowing anybody, or not knowing what I was gonna do. Yeah,
you're at the Lord's disposal.
Yeah, I was just going, you know, and that's when I got to experience Him. I think one of the biggest times in my life was being on Maui that summer. So,
man,
interesting.
It's time to get you out there, Chad. I feel like this is why we're doing this.
This is not a promo video for me to get onto missions.
We're trying to motivate Pastor Chad to do some missions this year.
This is not the purpose. So we're at the McDonald's drive-thru right now, and wouldn't you know it, it's a lot shorter than it normally is. The day that I'm supposed to talk to Alex in the drive-thru, there's nobody here. Usually the line's back to Wailai over there.
I guess more people are making healthier choices.
Good for them. Good for them.
You should have seen the line at Whole Foods.
I'll tell you, my choice is going to be Big Mac, number one. Ooh. What do you usually get when you come here?
You know what? I got to be honest. Last week, me and Leela went to the Aina Haina one and we got some nuggets. So, I've been off my vegan.
Chicken nuggets. What sauce?
Always go with the classics: barbecue, sweet and sour. And then like it's all weird these days because they're like, oh, you can get one sauce or two sauces, and then if you want another, it's like $3 or something, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm Chinese, so I'm like, hey, try to get what you can, you know. That's pakes.
That's how it is, man.
Yeah, throw in some extra nuggets too while you're at it.
What are we gonna get today?
What is your choice today, PC?
What is today? Thursday?
Thursday it is.
So I can't get Big Mac because that's Monday.
Oh, I don't even know the schedule.
Bro, Big Mac Mondays, people. Big Mac Mondays.
Big Mac and Monday.
So you buy the meal and you get one for free.
Oh yeah.
So you could take Leela and you both could get a Big Mac because you buy the meal and then they throw in one Big Mac for free.
So fact. This is a fact, y'all.
Okay.
So I don't know how to verify this, but I saw this somewhere on the internet, probably like some source like Wikipedia. But if you take a bite out of one Big Mac, just one bite, I don't know if I should say this before we're about to eat, but you're gonna get about 1,000 different parts of a. You're gonna get 1,000 different cows.
Alex, you
1,000 different cows in one bite.
Oh my gosh, no!
1,000 different
is that
cows
true?
in one bite. I don't know. I read that
Should
or
look
saw
that up.
on the Netflix or internet or something.
We should look that up.
But yeah, interesting fact. That was always my dad's go-to hamburger too. Whenever we went to
The Big Mac?
McDonald's.
Yeah, it's classic.
Big Mac.
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese.
And it's about that bun in the middle with that Thousand Island sauce.
Yeah. The secret sauce.
Hey, what's that? They got like the Grand Big Mac now.
Now,
You want to split one?
if you don't want a Big Mac, now you can get the Grand Big Mac.
Grand.
You go bigger than a Big Mac.
Mac.
The biggest Mac. Or you could go Little Mac, Mac Jr. now. What is it?
That was
Is it
my
a
nickname.
cheeseburger? What is a Mac Jr.?
That was my nickname in elementary school, Mac Jr.
Mac Jr.
Chad's nickname in high school was Grand Big Mac.
Yeah, Grand Big Mac. That's what they used to call me. It's exactly. They still call me that. That's how I introduce myself from the pulpit.
I have no idea what I want to
Big
get. I almost want to make a false order so that nobody knows that we're at McDonald's right now. What's the healthiest thing you can get here?
Probably one of the salads.
Salads?
Or, what, like a smoothie maybe? I don't know.
They have smoothies at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Huh,
They started that. The cafe, McCafe.
McCafe.
You can get a caramel latte. You can get iced coffee here.
Huh. Oh yeah, their iced coffees are pretty bomb.
Yeah. It's like $1 too.
So that's one of my things though. I'm dropping caffeine for Lent.
Oh my gosh, we're going to the thing. So, do you know?
I have no idea, bro.
This is always like a pressure moment when I don't know what I want, but I have to order.
If you get a fillet of fish, is that considered pescatarian?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that what you want?
If it's really fish, then.
You want the meal or you want the sandwich? Oh, I'm at the speaker.
Hi, may I take your order?
Hi.
Yes.
Can we have one moment? Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Not to ourselves, but just to think about what to get for the menu. I'll get a meal.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Could I get the number 7? What kind of drink?
Number 7.
What's non-caffeinated?
Fruit punch.
Energy.
I'll get what doesn't have as much sugar content in there.
You get an iced tea.
There's some caffeine in there.
Powerade.
Too. I'll get a Powerade.
You got a Powerade with that, please.
Make me sound all athletic.
Medium.
Yeah, regular size.
Medium.
And then, could I also get? I'll get the number 1, the Big Mac
Le Big Mac.
with the Coke.
Medium.
Yeah, that's good. $14.38.
Anything else, sir?
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Chad at the drive-thru.
Got it, bro. I got it.
No, I got it.
Now the thing is,
No. Let me serve you. Let me serve you, bro.
Here's the thing about it right now.
Uh-oh.
What did you give up for Lent?
Caffeine.
You're such a good Alex is a model Christian, people.
I'm just so
Let's
super
put that
model.
out there right now. Hey, Beto!
Beto! Hey! It does not get any cooler than Beto almost.
Beto's there, and my mom.
Oh,
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
My mother.
Hi, Mom. Chad's being good.
Yeah.
I watch him every day at work just to make sure.
Alex is the one that keeps me on task.
Yep.
Okay, so what else should we talk about here?
I don't know. Ask away, bro. Or
so what else? Yeah, what you only got to the Christian part of what you do. We need to get past that.
Let's talk about the secular side of my life.
What else do you do?
What else do I do beyond church? Let's see. I run a small business.
Nice.
I run a small business, kind of doing the same stuff, like multimedia related, taking on a handful of what do you call it? Video freelance projects. So capturing lots of events, telling stories. Recently, what happened this past year is I started serving on the board of directors for Hawaii Meals on Wheels.
Wow.
Just kind of acting as a, I guess like an advocate or like a, advisor in terms of like helping them do some marketing in terms of crowdfunding, fundraising.
For Meals on Wheels?
Meals on Wheels, yeah,
wow. That's cool.
That's been a lot of fun. We actually went on a few runs to serve meals, and that was like really fulfilling too. Just kind of going beyond the church and into like the needs of
and just serving people.
Right, the kupuna that are more homebound, I guess, in terms of like if they have some illness or disease and they just need a good healthy meal and some inspiration and a nice Chinese smile to fill their day.
And boy, so you're on the board of directors and you serve the meals sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
You will drive the meals.
Yeah, we want to try to make that more regular part of our.
It's like undercover boss.
Nah,
no,
I don't like to see it like that. Jesus wasn't an undercover. Or Jesus was the most undercover boss.
He was.
But no, it's just another way to kind of give back into the community.
Yeah.
I think because everything's all volunteer basis and.
Yeah, you don't get paid for that or nothing.
Nope, but it's just for the love.
Big Mac meal?
Yeah, and a filet of fish.
1506.
Okay.
Thanks, Chad. Chad never treats me out to meals. This is like the first.
It's only because it's on camera.
I like take him out to like New Chris.
No, it's only because we're recording.
Like we go to all these good restaurants, and I take the check, and then like he takes me out.
I think I'm to McDonald's.
Such a local thing. No, not a local.
It is. Kinda. This is my favorite place to eat.
It is a local. Well, it's yeah.
Thank you so much. So what is the name of your? I mean, your small business, freelance projects. Like, how do we?
It is called Instammersion Studios.
Instammersion.
And how I got that name?
Yeah. How did you get the name? Thank you, Auntie.
So I don't know if you're all gonna believe this, but
you got it from Instagram.
Oh no, they got it from me.
Shoot. Oh, okay, they got it from you. Me. Okay.
But I used to smoke a lot of weed in college.
Wow. Okay. Here we go. Now we're good. Now we're
gonna
get the viewership.
Stuff.
Here comes the viewers.
Yeah. We got two. We only have 2 people viewing. Anyways, though, but I was like super stoned in college, and then I was like telling myself, "Hey, I want to make my own graphic design studio one day."
Yeah.
And I just came up with a name, or I came up with this concept of wanting to create instantly immersive experiences.
Wow, instantly immersive experiences, dude. That is, wow.
And at the time I couldn't figure out a name, so I was like, hey, what if I do like a little hybrid in terms of like putting together 2 words and making that into something else. So that's how Instammersion birthed, and it just stuck.
Bro, and you're in college, so Instagram wasn't even like a...
Nope. That's like when you were in college, bro.
Yeah.
That's like when you were in college, Instagram.
We're using MySpace, Asian Avenue, maybe.
Asian Avenue.
What was?
Friendster. MySpace, Friendster.
Wow.
Napster.
And so now, Instammersion, you do all these different projects or different.
Yeah, mostly just capturing events, telling stories, and actually, this new thing. This actually just kind of happened recently. My buddy Ray hooked me up with organization called Acts 29 in the mainland, and so gonna start shooting some freelance videos with them too about different stories of church planters here.
Yeah, that's the church planting movement, right?
Right. Yeah.
What?
And so the first one's gonna be with Victory IAEA.
Wow.
In obviously IAEA.
Bro.
But
that's
that
cool.
just like happened this week, so I'm stoked to be able to just use that vehicle, because it's easy to get, like, if you get stuck doing something for a while, sometimes you're like, I know for me, I sometimes get stuck with this mentality, thinking like, oh, like I was made for something more than this, and
Yeah.
but now this past like year or two, I've like really embraced like, okay, you know what, God's really given me this gift, and if I don't use it in a way that can glorify His kingdom, then like what's the point of it, right?
Yeah.
And so when I started really embracing that and just kind of submitting to what God wanted to do through that, then all these crazy things started happening.
Yeah.
And then that's where just that dream of like wanting to go beyond the gift and just being behind a computer, like that was the very thing that like created a bridge in order for me to have access to do a lot of different things. So I'm super just blessed.
Man,
Blessed nonetheless.
that's crazy though. How all your stuff mixes together. You know, like it all comes back to a place of serving.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So there's a concept that I wrote on my blog. It's called custom. I think I wrote an article about this. It's called custom crafting your career and calling.
Wow.
And so a lot of times people think, well, yeah, like just because I have one job, like this is my calling or this is what I'm stuck to. But
Yeah.
I feel like everybody, you know, is very diverse in terms of like, you know, their design and who they're called to be, and just be open to you know, having different things in your life. You know, don't define your calling just based on a job position or on a ministry position or just on this one thing. That might be part of it, but really see how all these different things within your life, whether it's your passions, whether it's your abilities, whether it's your giftings, it's like kind of what like Creighton teaches in design. Like you'll really see like a lot of things like collectively create your calling.
Yeah.
And so like I love like for you, for instance, you know, like you love like coaching before and teaching. And
I love that.
And now you're
stuff.
doing like PCA stuff, and you're doing a whole combination of things, and now you're helping young adults, right? And so it's not just, you know, like when you think of the word pastor or even like, you know, whatever title it is in terms of calling, it's such a broad spectrum of, or wide spectrum of like, hey, like what does that entail, right? It's it's like not just one thing, it's like everything. It's like you being a dad, it's you being a husband, it's you like loving on the young adults, it's you like, you know, sharing with our staff and loving on our congregation, and
That's
having
funny, dude.
heard for Kalani High School and high school, like it's just such a wide range.
I think that's what people, and myself included, but I think a lot of people, now that I'm a pastor, they think like, oh, what do you do? You know, like, and it's hard for me to explain.
There's
what
no one
like,
word
I can't
like
say.
description.
I
It's
go
not-
to work from 9 to 5. I don't do that.
I
Like,
just preach messages on the weekend.
I don't just preach on Sunday. You know, it's
like,
weird.
yeah, that's part of it, but then
It's
there's
such a
this
weird
whole-
life now.
You have a strange life, bro.
All of us, you know,
We
like
do.
it's a weird.
But it's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's
but how do you?
oddly,
I have a
strangely
hard
awesome.
time explaining it to people. You know?
Yeah.
What do we do?
We just serve God.
I do a lot of different things. I don't know. Yeah. Well, man, you know what I loved about this video thing experience?
What's that, Pastor Chad? What's
was that it helped me to drive better.
Oh.
You guys didn't hear me yell at anybody once.
It's true.
I didn't cut anybody off. Nobody cut me off. Well, if they did, I didn't swear at them.
No police.
So in a way, this isn't really the raw edit because
This is it.
if you saw me,
This is all you guys are getting.
if I really filmed what I do when I drive, no.
It's good
Is
that
I
there's-
pray for people is when I drive. I'm
There
just
you go.
praying for everyone always, loving them constantly. But we're back at work. So Alex, thanks for riding with me.
Thanks for the McDonald's, Chad.
Any parting words for anybody? Where can we find you, or any projects coming up, or anything we can look out for on the horizon?
Oh, me?
Yeah, for you.
Wait, what's the question? Wait, what? I wasn't listening.
Where can we find your blog? You know, you talk about your blog. Where can we find it?
Oh yeah, good.
Or how do we get in touch with Insubmersion if we want to work on a video thing?
I started this blog a few years ago, or I was trying to actually make it into like a YouTube channel, but I've been too busy for that.
Yeah.
But the concept is it's called unseenfaith.tv. You can find like my blog and some information about myself, what I do, but it's really like a source of
encouragement.
It's kind
for
of
people.
encouragement. At first, it was just for me, just to kind of keep myself accountable to do my devotions. But
Yeah.
it's a real cool outlet where, just to encourage people, share kind of what's going on in my heart,
Yeah.
and a place where I can just throw up all the different things that are going on within my heart and spirit, and hopefully that can be an inspiration
Yeah.
to many others.
I love it, man. Some of it, I read it. Some of it's not so, some of it's so, some of it's okay. But a lot of it's great. Unseenfaith.tv.
A lot of it's kind of junk,
Some
you
of it
know.
I might not even,
99%
might have to throw
of it's
you off.
kind of junk, but
I love it.
1% it's like, it's okay. It's okay.
So go check out Alex, unseenfaith.tv. And then if you need, some kind of video project or what, check out Instammersion. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And
There's a space right there.
oh shoot, just drove by it. You see,
Dude.
that's the stuff that you want to see, is when I miss parking spots. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and
Peace out, everybody.
we'll see you later.